When you're young and trying to get healthy, it can be really easy to delude yourself into thinking that all you have to do is keep pushing. I fell into this trap of thinking by trying to power walk 10 miles every weekend at White Rock Lake. While it made me feel amazing and super powerful at the time, I ended up with a horrible overuse injury that has drastically changed the entire last year of my life. And it's time to finally do something about it. For those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Heather. I am a hot mess who's on a journey to get happy and healthy. After spending months hobbling around, I finally caved and decided to get an MRI.
That's a hot mess.
While the MRI found roughly 10 different things wrong with my foot, which was horrifying, it was determined that the main issues were some mild tendinitis, real bad plantar fasciitis, and I had a bone spur on the bottom of my heel that looked like Captain Hook. So I started doing physical therapy to try and get that fascia to relax some and, of course, to strengthen my feet, ankles, and legs. I spend a lot of time on my feet working as a physical therapist, so my podiatrist ended up putting me in a walking boot so I could actually get through the entire workday.
I'm not really doing good this morning, guys. I went to the podiatrist this morning because I'm just constantly in pain. I've tried everything I can think of for my foot. There's physical therapy, we've got lymphatic massage, trying to stay off it, trying to do the exercises, strengthening, stretching, all of that. And it's just not getting any better. And I'm exhausted. I've had foot problems for 2 years, and the last, I think it's 8 months at this point, have gotten worse. And between that and my wrist still not being okay, it's not technically broken anymore, but this is the most movement that I've got. And it's incredibly limited because when you compare my other hand, drastic difference. I'm basically just getting increasingly more disabled when you compare how I was in my day-to-day life before to what I'm able to do now, where I can't do anything in weight bearing on my hand. So that rules out a lot of my exercises and a lot of the things that would bring me joy, like trying to learn a handstand or learn a back bend, which is something that's been on my list for years. I can't even do something as simple as walk around work without ending up in excruciating pain by the end of the day. So I went back to my podiatrist, just kind of desperately hoping for something, anything that I could do. And honestly, at this point, short of just staying off it completely for as long as I can to take it to heal, which I don't have that kind of time, the only other option is surgery. And so I've been kind of just going back and forth with, should I try to take whatever time I can off of work to see if it can heal? And then if it doesn't, because it's been so long that it's been messed up, what if I take all that time off, we're struggling that much financially, and then I have to have the surgery and be off of it anyways for the healing time? I kind of just ended up bawling in the podiatrist's office, which is super embarrassing. Sorry, I'm falling apart. I basically was super embarrassed. I'm just tired of feeling like this. Called my sister on the way home, so thank you, Jenny, for talking me off that cliff. I feel a little bit better after having gotten to vent at least. All I could think on the way home was how badly I just wanted to get some garbage food so I could feel better, because I was desperately need some dopamine right now because I feel like a trash can. Somehow, nothing short of miracle, managed to get home, and now I'm trying to have some cottage cheese with some fruit in it, a little bit of turmeric to see if I can help with some inflammation, and chia flax, cinnamon, and a smidge of honey just for a little extra sweetness because the turmeric. I'm trying really hard to make some good decisions. I feel like I'm just kind of stuck right now, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
A few mental breakdowns later.
Of course, she's going to stand right in front of the camera. Hi, Mittens. You're very helpful. So, I decided to have the surgery. I don't even know if my face is going to be in focus because she's busy looking at the camera. I decided to have the surgery. It is tomorrow morning. Kelsey is picking me up at 5:30 in the morning, and we are going to the hospital to get operated on, and not gonna lie, I'm pretty anxious. The closest thing that I've had to surgery so far was getting my wisdom teeth out, and all I remember is waking up and I really needed to pee, and then I threw up all over my dad's car. So that wasn't really the greatest experience. Either way, I'm very nervous. I'm not gonna be able to put any weight on my foot for 2 weeks
after the surgery, and then it's another 2 weeks in the boot, and then 2 to 4 weeks in a surgical shoe. I'm just really nervous because that's a part of my body that is now going to be changed by another human being, and it's just weird to think of. So I don't know. Y'all keep your fingers crossed for me. I'll keep you updated.
Early the next morning.
Surgery is in like 2.5 hours, and I am anxious still. So we made it to the hospital, and they're on generator power right now.
We turned onto the street, and it was totally dark, and except for this one lonely emergency sign. It's like, are we in the right place?
I gotta say a huge shout out to Kelsey for keeping me laughing and distracted, as well as waking up at the crack of dawn to get me there. You know who your true friends are who take you to surgery. The absolute worst part was trying to get the IV placed for the anesthesia in my hand. It hurt so stinking bad. They had to try 3 different spots because apparently your girl has incooperative veins. And the one by my wrist, oh my gosh, it bruised like crazy. I can't do a thumbs up.
Finger guns.
I was so nervous I couldn't stop talking, and at one point told the anesthesiologist that I had the nervous poops. Who does that?
All right, we'll be back in a little bit.
How are we doing? I mean, it did get ground down.
Yeah, so
And in fact,
I am hamburger meat.
we have a photo of your nice smooth heel.
It's so much better because I looked like Captain Hook with a foot before. I'm not kidding.
Show us the picture. Yay!
Been shiny new heel.
Yay!
Better keep it together.
Yeah, stop growing.
Yeah, and I will, not walk 10 miles around the lake every weekend like a dodo who didn't warm up or cool down. They gave me Dilaudid. No more needle stabs. It went in IV.
Nice. And when we get back to your house, it'll be liquid drugs.
Oh, yeah.
My brain was still groggy, but I did remember to ask the most important question.
Let me.
Ooh, how long do I have to wait before eating? Ah, I can see again.
I'm the worst filmer. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to cut this
Why?
because I'm just all
I
around.
think you had the anesthesia and woke up drunk.
Let's just say your girl was basically drunken on anesthesia, so enjoy these next few clips of me being an absolute hot mess.
They didn't do a countdown for anesthesia. They just put the thing on my face, and I was like, it's right here. Might be their chattiest patients. So I talked to Phil and mom.
That's why he didn't count down. He was just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Better than I think I am.
Same. I'm like, I feel more slender, and then I see a video of myself, and I'm like, what is that? I was like, this doesn't smell nice. I forgot to take into account the fact that there would be pain after surgery versus me just not being on my foot. I was like, good planning, Heather. I was like, I'm gonna go home and edit a YouTube video, and I'll be
No,
fine.
you're gonna go home and you're gonna fall asleep.
Kelsey was definitely right because I passed the heck out the second we got back to her house. Once the staff had determined that I was safe to go home, they gave me one final dose of pain medicine.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And then they brought in the world's biggest wheelchair to send me home.
So wide.
That was the only wheelchair they had, so Kelsey loaded me up like a pack mule and we were off to the car.
Uh-oh. Try number 2. Okay. Cool. Make it Yeah, 2 months off. I'm gonna be broke, but I'm gonna get through all of the seasons of Murder, She Wrote on down.
All right. Post surgery.
I'm alive. And I didn't throw up yet.
Yet. Well, we're going to Panera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Water. This weather is amazing. I feel
It's
like God
so
was like,
good.
if you have to go through the crap fest that is surgery, at least enjoy some good weather. And yes, please. It's also really weird being the patient who has to practice the transfers, but you know, at least I know how to do it because I teach people how to do it every day. I made it to Kelsey's and passed the flying frick out for the most glorious nap of my life. So shout out to Kelsey for letting me steal your bed. Because, oh my gosh, it was glorious. I'm awake. I'm going to finally eat some food. I'm actually feeling completely okay right now, which is very deceptive because I know the pain meds are going hard. So I had to pee for the first time since surgery. And let me say, if you guys ever want a reason to practice your pistol squat after having surgery, if there's nothing to like push off of, you want that pistol squat game going strong because I almost needed a boost getting off the toilet. Our toilet's low and then there's nothing on the left side to push off of. So I was like trying to push on the right, but the sink was too tall. So we improvised with the knee scooter and gave it a handle. But I made it and I will definitely be practicing some pistol squats from now on.
Later, in the void.
This just in. Apparently, it is incredibly hard to sleep when you have been asleep the entire day because of your pain medicine. I woke up at 2 a.m. Oh, excuse me. My throat is still killing me from whatever they had going on while I was under. I don't know if there's like something that blows back there or intubated or whatever, but I was like, my throat is still killing me. I woke up at 2 and now it's like 3:20 in the morning and I still cannot go back to sleep. So I finally gave up and just put some YouTube on and I'm about to go like edit another video. But I at least have a very cute little snuggle bunny here with me. Beginning to wonder if I'm just going to become nocturnal because I have to keep taking the medicine and it knocks me out. But I didn't take melatonin, so I don't know. I just want to go back to bed. For the first week after surgery, my sleep schedule was all over the place, so I was basically in bed all the time, watching TV, and the cats were beyond thrilled to be glued to my side 24/7. But honestly, I was going pretty stinking stir crazy. We're going to ignore the condition of my face. I did try to get my nails done before surgery because I knew I was going to be having to sit still. And when I sit still, I tend to pick at my face and it is looking rough right now. The nails are looking gorgeous. But unfortunately, she did them too thin, so I'm still able to pick at my face. I'm like, dang it. But I am finding a few things that are rather inconvenient about my convalescence. Convalescence? One of those words. And it's that when you have to sit still, it is so easy to just mindlessly snack. But since I can't put any weight on my foot, it takes like 3 times the amount of energy to just get around on that knee scooter. And I don't walk, obviously, at all. So I'm getting basically none of my normal daily exercise, even if it was just like going from room to room to clean up stuff or like when I would be walking at the hospital. So the normal amount of calories that I'd be burning, I feel like is cut in half. However, when I'm lying in this bed or sitting in a chair, because I'm not just going to stay in bed for like 2 weeks, I will lose my mind. All I want to do is eat. I just want to snack on everything, and I feel like a bottomless pit. This is so not helpful to weight loss. I looked in the mirror yesterday, and I was like in my undies, so obviously there will not be pictures posted of that. But I looked over, and y'all, I literally feel like I am trapped in a fat suit right now. It's very weird to feel that disconnected from your body. It just feels wrong, and I've got to do something about it. But normally exercise is what gets me motivated, and since I'm very limited on what I can do for exercise, like I've been wiped since the surgery. I'm still doing my workouts with my personal trainer. I'm just doing them at home and for the most part unweighted because I've been so wiped out since the surgery. But I'm like, girl, I gotta get it together because this whole like feel like I'm trapped in my own roles thing has gotta stop. So for the next few weeks, I'll really only be leaving the house to go on my knee scooter to my doctor's appointments. On the bright side, I get to get my stitches out soon, and with the knee scooter, although it is very tedious to get around small, cramped spaces like my entire house, it is pretty stinking fun to go down hallways. Whee! Whee! Whee!